Revenge still lingers from 2022. Front Wave Arena in Oceanside is the stage tonight. Group A of the first round for the 2027 FIBA World Cup Americas qualifiers. USA and Mexico, game day 4. And there's history here. The last time these two met, Mexico walked off the floor with a 73-67 AmeriCup win, dictating tempo, winning the turnover battle, and controlling the paint. There you have our fantastic officials for tonight's game. And starting off with Mexico, the 12 Guerreros, or should I say 12 Guerreros. They bring experience and continuity. Paco Cruz is averaging over 21 points in this qualifying window, a proven scorer across World Cups and AmeriCups as we check out our starting lineups. Paul Stahl remains the tempo setter, 4+ assists in 3 straight. Josef Avila has scored in double figures in 3 straight in this group. Wins by controlling pace, taking care of the ball, and making you guard for 24 seconds. And you can see there their head coach is, of course, Omar Quintero in his 5th year at the helm for this squad. He was a former star point guard and international scorer who played all over the place. And now the head coach of the national team of Mexico. And the United States counters with depth and perimeter firepower. Brandon Knight is coming off a 20-point performance in the last outing against the Dominican Republic, an outing which the United States ended up dropping. Elfrid Payton Jr. also brings playmaking for them, 6 assists in that same game. James Wiseman gives them size inside, and David Roddy provides physicality and spacing. And when the United States shares the ball and keeps turnovers down, their scoring ceiling rises quickly. And Stephen Silas, longtime NBA coach with 20 or more years of experience, including head coach of the Houston Rockets at one point in time, and assistant roles under Don Nelson, Rick Carlisle, and also his father all over the place. So this building should be loud. A lot of fans from Mexico are here, and they don't scare easily. They're 2-1 in this group, unbeaten on the road so far, averaging over 90 points per game and moving the ball at a high level. 20+ assists in 3 straight, 30+ team rebounds in 3 straight, and they've shown that they can win away from home. And for the United States, this is about a response. They dropped a tight one earlier in the window and now get a measuring stick against one of the most disciplined teams in the region. And I think perhaps that game against the Dominican Republic was the biggest upset in the world this qualifying window, which happened earlier this week, and it involved the United States just getting down from the beginning and was never able to retake the lead. The Dominican Republic controlled the pace of that game, and they just controlled everything about the play. The last time these two teams met up, the 2022 AmeriCup, Mexico controlled that tempo, walked away with a win. Now they're playing for the FIBA World Cup Americas qualifiers. The United States did have a chance to advance to the 2nd round automatically if they were going to win both of their games in this window, but they're still going to have to wait one more window to make sure that happens. So for Mexico, Jaime, Stahl, Cruz, Giron, the captain, and Avila are the starters for the 12 Guerreros. And for USA, Matthias, Roddy, Knight, Wiseman, and Robinson. And the ball is live, and Avila immediately taking it off the rip for the first 2 points of this ball game. And Mexico out with an early lead. Here for game day 4, the World Cup qualifiers. The United States and Mexico welcome in everyone to Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California. A beautiful night for a ball game. So inside, James Wiseman spinning with the left hand, and he's picking up right where he left off against the Dominican Republic the other night. Was great on both ends of the floor. Wiseman, 9 points, but was 4 of 8 from the field. And he got his hook working a little bit later on in that game against the Dominican Republic, and now here makes his first shot. That one coming from the outside, tipped around. Mathias hauls in the board. Knight ahead of the floor. Roddy catch and shoot. In rhythm. So the USA making their first 2 shots of this ball game. Stahl, who you'll see up top, is the one who's going to control the pace for Mexico. Bounces it inside to Avila. Avila squaring it up on the defensive side. Cruz, near side, 2 seconds to shoot it. Missed everything, a shot clock violation. So a very different script here early on in this ball game for both of these teams. Mexico coming off of a game where they made quick work of Nicaragua for their second road win of the qualifiers. Knight to the left corner. Robinson missed everything. Stahl pushing the other direction, and he'll slow it down. Through our first minute and a half of play, 7 total points now scored in the ball game. The huck up down low. It was saved, but we're going back the other direction. Mathias up front. Knight an easy lay-in for 2. USA out to an early 5-point lead in the first quarter. Avila near side, guarded by Robinson. He'll go in, puts his left shoulder down, dumps it off. The floater just rims out for Mexico on that one. Roddy, full head of steam. Left side, Mathias. Hey! The United States. 2 for 3 from beyond the arc here in this first quarter, and firing on all cylinders so far. Mexico needs a timeout. They got that tip from the very beginning of the game. And the United States has been scoring on all cylinders, and we'll listen into the huddles. Mexico trailing by 8 here in the first quarter, 7:37 to go. And of the starters so far for the United States, 4 of them have already scored in this ball game, and Gabriel Giron for Mexico, the only player to score so far. Brandon Knight, the captain for Team USA, already has 2 assists so far in this ball game. So here's Stahl up top. Now Cruz to the right side, running a 2-man game with him and Stahl off the backside of the rim. Mathias pressing ahead, got past Stahl. Good ball movement by the United States, and it's attack mode early for David Roddy. His second field goal of the game. He's got 5 points. The USA by 10 already, and it's still super early here. Splash from deep. Paul Stahl getting on the board. Much needed response by Mexico there. And one of their veteran leaders, Knight, flips it in. 9-point game. Knight with his second field goal. From the outside, they dish it to the right. Giron. Mathias, Roddy trying it again. He's sniping. Roddy, his second, made 3 of the ball game. He's got 8 points. Paco Cruz from the outside. as Mexico will break this one off and does not get a bounce. Knight has been controlling the tempo early here for the United States. He's already gotten 3 assists for this team. Robinson left side. Now all the starters have scored in this ball game, and we're only 4.5 minutes into play. Looks like a completely different USA team than what we saw the other night against the Dominican Republic. They've been doing a fantastic job of sharing the ball. 7 assists so far for Team USA on 8 made field goals. They've only missed 1 shot in the ball game so far. Knight, the captain. Knight picks up his dribble, up to Wiseman, and an easy flush for 2. James Wiseman, his 2nd bucket of the game. He's got 4 points. We're now halfway through the first quarter. Rejected by Wiseman on the right side. He had multiple blocks in the last game, gets one back there. Cross-court pass tonight, it goes out of bounds. James Wiseman on the defensive side has been a menace on the glass. Looked like it could have been an easy opportunity, but Wiseman, that big 6'11", 211 centimeter frame, said no, sir. Alfred Payton Jr. led this team in assists in their last ball game. Has the rock now, fires to Wiseman. Wrapped up, Wiseman in continuation. Will go to the line to shoot one more. The bucket will count. The ball has been a hot potato for the United States so far. Wiseman shooting free throws at 50% so far. And it just rims out. Only got 2 free throws in their last contest against the Dominican Republic. And here's the ball that's stolen. Mathias with the left. Mexico really needs a timeout here, and they will take it. The United States up by 20 through just 5.5 minutes of play in the first quarter. The United States seems to have learned their lesson from the other night. Mathias with the kiss off the glass. Mexico 2-1 here in this group so far, Group A. Interestingly enough, they are 0-1 at home and 2-0 on the road. Hey, download the Courtside 1891 app by scanning that QR code in the left-hand corner of your screen. Mexico coming off of a massive win against Nicaragua, 99-72. The United States actually did also play Nicaragua and set a scoring record here in the Americas qualifiers for the World Cup. Put up 123 points against Nicaragua. They actually won't get to play them again. Take a look at some of the numbers there. The United States already with 14 points in the paint of their 25 points in this quarter so far. Roddy open up the scoring. Jeremiah Robinson connecting on a long one as well. It seems like everything has been working, and that allows you to play the outside in game. A little bit of a reverse there, and James Wiseman, he's been fantastic defensively for the United States. USA by 20 as play resumes here in the first. Still a lot of game left to play. Stahl. Quick give off near side to Cruz. Now they get a screen from Gutierrez. Ball's knocked up. And this is going to be the first team foul on the United States here in the first quarter. Jaden Shackelford is in there. By the way, David Roddy already has 8 points. tied for as many points as he had in their last game. A foul on a three-point shot way out beyond the arc. That's the thing about Paul Stoll. I mean, he is their veteran presence, and by veteran, I mean extremely veteran. He's 40 years old and still competing for his national team. A great story for Mexico. He's been playing for this national team for about 15 years. Quite a few fans from just south of the border here in Oceanside, California. Stoll playing for the Astros de Jalisco in Mexico, and of course our hearts go out to everyone in the state of Jalisco as well, going through a little bit of a rough patch, and hopefully everything calms down and everyone stays healthy and stays safe there as well. But Paul Stoll representing the Astros de Jalisco extremely well here for the national team of Mexico, and made those free throws look easy. Roddy on the drive in, goes up, and he's our first player into double figures. And he drew the foul. Roddy selected 23rd overall in the 2022 draft, and you can see why. His ability to finish with contact. Much needed rest deserved for James Wiseman as Roddy converts on the three-point play. He's got 11 points. Roddy averaging just 8 points per game so far in the qualifying windows. Now on the defensive side, a little bit of a challenge, almost knocked it away, and then Bonilla was able to get one to fall right back. Shackelford full head of steam. Now it's Roddy. Left side, lost it. Stoll comes away with the steal. Right side, Cruz. This place, with all the Mexico fans, was ready to pop there. That could have been a big moment for them. They got a hand on it in the right corner. They give it back to Roddy. Now a catch and shoot. Shackelford went off the backside of the rim, and Stoll is running on the near side. Gets it over to the right. Another opportunity. Great job by Bonilla down low, though, giving them second chance opportunities here. It's Paco Cruz from the right side. Now Paul Stoll. Stoll gets the screen, looks right, back up top, 2 seconds to shoot it. Through the traffic, that one put up, and a shot clock violation. Tough offensive possession there for Mexico, and they've already turned the ball over 5 times in this ball game. And we'll have another timeout here with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's an 18-point game. The United States up big so far. And the other night looked like a completely different team. Listen. Coach Silas saying there that we need a rebound. They're getting second chance opportunities. Interestingly enough, Mexico only has 5 rebounds in this game, but they have 2 offensive boards. The same amount of offensive boards that the United States also has. That's the thing that hurt the USA the other night too, was they got destroyed on the glass when it came to rebounding. And that's somewhere where Mexico really excels, averaging 34.3 rebounds per game, 9-0 boards, 25.5 defensive boards through their first 3 games of these windows, and the USA only averaging 32.7 rebounds per game, and that's a finish. Jaden Shackelford going for it all there. Made the shot and a chance at one more. Shackelford, that kiss there, and you could see that Stahl wanted a push-off maybe. Shackelford splashes that one through. He's an 80% free throw shooter, so he's not going to miss a lot of those. And he's got his first 3 points in this ball game. Up top, Gutierrez. Now Stahl still has played all of the minutes in this ball game so far. Gutierrez with the left off the glass. Gutierrez gets his first bucket of this ball game. Payton Jr. goes baseline. Now inside, Shackelford spins around. That's a nice move. And we have a foul going back the other direction. It was a push on the USA. The United States also does have 3 team fouls now. They are in the bonus on the offensive side for the final 2 minutes of this first quarter. Cruz going baseline, floats it up. Just missed it long. Gutierrez trying to punch it back in, unable to do so. Payton Jr. He's got great stop and go action, and they lost the man. The reverse dunk by Taylor. Mexico out of sorts defensively underneath the basket. Taylor, a wide open dunk. Cruz, 1-2 step with the floater. Paco Cruz has scored in double figures for Mexico in all of their games in this qualifiers. Shackelford, now Taylor, another opportunity for the USA. That one tapped around. Paco Cruz making a play defensively. This one floated up, and it was intercepted by Payton. Was thrown into double coverage there. They tried to get it to Rodriguez. Payton Jr. Now the give off. Malcolm Hill, yes sir! Hits a long 2 there. So the 30-year-old now seeing some time in this ball game. Was good for 5 points against the Dominican Republic the other night. Cruz driving, floating, backside of the rim. Payton Jr. with the give back. Shackelford, now Payton Jr. running the point. Had 6 assists against the Dominican Republic. About a half-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here comes the screen from Tillman. Now Shackelford lets the runner come by. Shackelford with a bullseye from downtown. What a way for the United States to come out here in the first quarter. Put up 40 points in 1 quarter to start off this ball game. They shot 77% in that first 10 minutes. Shackelford burying that one from deep. So the USA looking kind of like the USA of old after this first quarter. 40-14 is our score so far. We'll check out some of the numbers from that first quarter as well. They shot 93% from 2-point range. 13 for 14. A lot of their shots coming from around the bucket. And they shot 50% from 3. They took 8 threes, made 4 of them as we check out our best plays from that first quarter. And it's going to be a lot of the USA. It actually started off with an easy one for Gabriel Giron, and then the scoring opened immediately for the United States. They went on a 40-14 run, of course, there in the first. And it was the ball movement that really got things going for the USA so far. They've got 3 steals on the defensive end, 15 assists on 17 made buckets. So doing a way better job of getting each other involved. And all the starters who were out on the floor at the beginning scored in double figures. And like you can see, just all the ball movement and finishing through contact. The United States did that a couple of times there in the first quarter. So Mexico already down big. Needs to look for something here in the second. Download the Courtside 1891 app at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You scan the QR code, it will take you to the app, or log in via the web to watch live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions from around the world. Remember, there's so much more basketball going on around the world that you can watch. But why would you want to be anywhere else on a Sunday night than here with us? Second quarter underway. The USA and Mexico. The USA put up 40 points in that first quarter. Take inside by Taylor, and he'll finish off the left side for 2. He's got 4 points now in this ball game. Bonilla lost it. Peyton Jr. near side Hill. And another opportunity. Taylor underneath. Hill's on the near side. Gives it back to Shackelford. That one would have been for fire. From the far side. A take down the lane. And a foul called. So Yahir Bonilla is going to go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Did a good job there getting downhill. And on the other side, easy one. Tyler Taylor making it look easy. Yahir Bonilla plays for the Diablos Rojos de Ciudad de Mexico in Mexico. Averages 18 points per game and 10 rebounds per game so far through his first 3 games. Averages the second most points per game for Mexico here in these qualifiers. It's Taylor from the outside, guarded way out there by Avila, and now makes him miss underneath. A bullet back up top. Knight reloading. And that's how this game has been going for the United States. Ball's loose. Hill has it for the USA. 5-0 boards also for the USA in this one. Knight! Making him pay from deep. The USA trying to make a statement. The #1 team in the world, they fell the other night to the Dominican Republic and trying to reestablish themselves here. It's Rodriguez, and that one's good from 15 feet. How about Kareem Rodriguez coming in and making a shot? Mexico still trailing by 30. Tillman almost lost it. Left corner, Hill, it's lights out. Dakota Mathias with the assist. That is his 5th assist of this ball game. Collectively, the United States has made 7 threes. That one got deterred on that side. And now Mathias gives it back to the captain, Knight. Knight guarded by Giron. Left corner, Hill again. Avila got them aboard. Rodriguez with the give back to Andriassi. Andriassi, oh yeah! The 25-year-old hitting a 3. Mexico still a lot of making up to do here in the second quarter. 1 team foul on the United States. Tillman. They give it back to him. Thought about the mid-range there, and then he threw it right to Rodriguez. Now Giron looking back to Avila. The big man, he hits that one. shoot threes here in the FIBA World Cup America's qualifiers. How about this? The big man's the trailer, doesn't matter. Splash! The United States calls a timeout here in the second quarter. About 6.5 to go. That was just the third made three for Mexico in this ball game. 3 for 9 so far. They've shot 38% from the field, 8 for 21, you see there. And the USA just hasn't been able to miss, shooting 70% from the field, 21 for 30. They're 14 for 16 from 2-point range in this one, and 50% from three right now, 7 of 14. And also been doing a great job of sharing the ball as well. 18 assists for the United States compared to 4 for Mexico. But we just saw one there. We saw a wing to forward. The United States, a well-oiled machine so far early here. And they've just been making it rain from the outside. And for Mexico, they are a very veteran-led squad. As you see David Roddy back in there, a leading scorer in this ball game. Mexico, like I was saying, has 9 veterans of 30-plus years of age on their team. 9 of the 12. Nobody under the age of 20 as well. Roddy right back in there and makes his impact felt. David Roddy with 14 points in this ball game. Brandon Knight with his 5th assist. Roddy's been hot early. Step back from Andriassi. Backside of the rim. And another O board. 5th offensive rebound for Mexico. Big bright spot for them. Avila on the turnaround. And Brandon Knight went really hard into the backstop. We had a tangle up down underneath the cup. It was him and Giron. And now they'll check on Knight here. Got up with a little bit of help. Seems to be good to go. And that last play you see Giron trying to get in there to get the rebound. Knight giving him a little bit of a push, but then Knight ends up tripping and falling on Giron. It's a 30-point game here in the second quarter. We're through our first 4 minutes in the second. Knight seems to be good to go. Inbound coming from Andriassi. And we're back to working. Inside, the sledgehammer down from Josef Avila. Alley-oop. Who else but Wiseman putting it down? Here's Paco Cruz having a little bit of a trouble up top, and he went back court. Paco Cruz, the 36-year-old, who's kind of played all over the place. Spain, Turkey, Mexico. Tough challenge there against Tyler Taylor. And inside, that's Israel Gutierrez. I believe I said Avila, that was Gutierrez. Now pump fake by Mathias. His middy's off the mark. There's Avila with the rebound. That one dribbled off the foot of Cruz. Mathias by himself, an easy one. Halfway through the second quarter, the United States a 32-point lead. They've led by as much as 33. Andriassi going to the right, bounce inside. Oh, James Wiseman, a brick wall. Not in my house. That's what he was saying, and Hopefully our cameraman's all right there. Gutierrez was coming in full steam ahead. Giron gets past Wiseman and got a whistle. USA playing a lot better than they did the other night against the Dominican Republic. Giron drew contact in continuation there. So he was going up for the shot, is what the officials deemed it was. And the United States on their third team foul here in the second quarter gives Giron 2 shots. Giron currently playing for Toros Laguna in Mexico, but played in the Basketball Champions League Americas with Real Esteli for Nicaragua and Halcones de Jacalpa in Mexico, plus earlier FIBA Americas League runs with Fuerza Regia and Capitanes in Mexico. That one was hit from Mexico. Brandon Knight has 13 points now in this ball game in just 10 minutes of playing time. Mexico's offense shooting 36% from the field right now. Giron dancing around Robinson. Giron on back-to-back possessions will go back to the line. Jeremiah Robinson, the young man from the Indiana Pacers, played in their organization. Knight's so crafty, and the way he looks guys off with his eyes too. Very impressive. Gabriel Giron coming off a game where he had 16 points, 11 rebounds against Nicaragua just a few nights ago on the road. And the nice part for Mexico after this game is that both of their games in July, they'll get to play at home. Wiseman from the left wing. Here's Cruz looking. Back to Avila. Pump fakes. Now underneath. It's Gutierrez. Gutierrez threw it up. Missed it. Robinson now. Inside. Kisses it off the glass. A 34-point lead for the United States. This is their biggest lead of this ball game. Cruz ran into traffic. Giron now, near side. Giron with the floater. This time didn't get the whistle. And I believe it's going to stay on this side with 2:47 to go here in the second quarter. Giron has been aggressive, though, getting downhill in this second quarter and has gotten 2 foul calls on the previous 2 possessions before that. And now here's Terrence Jones. We actually haven't seen Jones at all in the qualifiers. He plays for the South Bay Lakers, so this is exciting to see him in there. Andriasi, Cruz, Giron, Avila, and Daniel Amigo in there for his second appearance this qualifiers for Mexico, and that one they had to just get rid of as the shot clock was expiring. 2.5 to go in the second. Coach Silas out there directing traffic. He's had a lot of significant international coaching experiences as well. Led a lot of clinics in Africa, Asia, Europe. Head coach right now for the United States until Eric Spoelstra will take over this summer. Backing up inside, it's Amigo. Mexico is in the bonus. So now Amigo. Gets that whistle. Mathias being a little too physical with him. Mathias picks up his first personal of this ball game. Mexico in the bonus. Amigo looking to make his first free throw of this America's Qualifiers. Currently plays for the Astros de Jalisco, along with Gutierrez, Alvarez, Andriassi, Kareem Rodriguez, and Paul Stoll. So 6 guys playing for the Astros in Mexico, also on this national team, and Amigo makes his first free throw of this World Cup America's Qualifiers. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. United States with a 33-point lead. They've led by as much as 35. Robinson kissing it off of the window and draws the foul. What an incredible finish there by the 25-year-old. And he knew immediately when he got that ball he was getting downhill to attack, and he almost lost it midair as well. Still hasn't made a free throw yet, though, in this qualifiers. Paul Stoll is back in. Now Paco Cruz on the near side, guarded well out beyond the arc by Jones. Cruz throws it underneath. Amigo, Mathias on the contest there. And Amigo trying to plead his case as Mathias will go and take the ball from the baseline. Our officials get together and it'll stay on this side. Mexico gets the call. Giron will be the one to inbound it for them. Roddy guarding his inbound from the left side. Stoll, the point guard. Back to Cruz, catch and shoot. Been missing him short. Paco Cruz. So far 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. One of their better shooters as well. This one a gather, and that one's gonna go down. Terrence Jones, his first points of the America's Qualifiers. Stoll, 1-and-1 right back. The United States playing with pace right now. Jones lost it. Mathias corner fading, and he'll hit it. The United States putting on a shooting show here for the fans at Front Wave Arena. Jones connecting on that deep one, then was driving there, lost it. Mathias feeling it. And the look on Coach Silas's face says it all. Cruz back to the free throw line now. Paco Cruz, 2 points so far in this ball game. Coming off a game where he had 16 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. He is going to be one of their high volume shooters though. Attempted 9 threes against Nicaragua just a few nights ago. Made 4 of them. So on average shoots above 40% from beyond the arc, one of their better shooters. Jones, right side, Knight. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Mexico, should they choose to take it. It's Cruz up top, still looking for his first 3 to fall. They get it to the right side, Amigo. A little bit of a mismatch, him on Kinsey. And Trayvon Kinsey gets called for the foul there. He's making his first appearance here in the America's Qualifiers for the FIBA World Cup. Picks up his first personal. Amigo, the big man, 6'9", 208 centimeters. Gets a bounce. One of those ones where you throw it up and you almost say, oh, please. Please, basketball gods, help me out here. All good that time for Amigo. Splits the free throws there. Did play for the 2023 World Cup Americas qualifiers as well. He averaged 13.4 points per game. The shot clock is off. The game clock is now at 10 seconds to end this second quarter. Mexico had 3 fouls to give. What a run for the United States. They scored 79 points against the Dominican Republic after scoring 100 points in both of their first 2 games of the Americas qualifiers. I would say they're well on their way here. That shot will be waved off. It was on the floor. If style points counted, though, that would be 2 points. Unfortunately, that's a made-up thing. Nice job, though, by Roddy, somehow keeping that under control and making it. Knight inbounding with 4 seconds. It's Jones up top, a deep one. And that'll do it for the first half of this ball game. The United States firing on every cylinder possible. They led by as much as 41 in this ball game. Currently are up by 39. And it's just been a masterclass of shooting for the United States as we check out the numbers. They're shooting 67% from the field, 86% from 2-point range, 50% from 3, 11 of 22 is really good. In Mexico, 3 for 13 from beyond the arc, and by all metrics have been creating havoc on the defensive end as well. 20 rebounds for them, sharing the rock, 24 assists, 10 turnovers now for Mexico. Nobody on Mexico in double figures, yet in scoring 3 for the United States, led by David Roddy. He caught fire there in the first quarter and didn't look back as we check out our best plays from this quarter that we just finished up. And for the USA, start off with Brandon Knight, who, whenever you get him the ball in an open look, he's going to make any opposing defense pay. He's also got 7 assists as well to go along with his 13 points in just 14 minutes of play. And how about the young man, Moises Andriassi, coming in and hitting a 3. That was a fun one. Josef Avila hitting one of the few 3s that Mexico has hit so far in this ball game. They've only hit 3 threes compared to the United States' 11. And that was the tail of the tape. And I have a feeling they're going to be finding their big men, Gutierrez and Amigo, inside there soon. Gutierrez, definitely a mismatch for most anyone on Team USA. The USA, again, just causing havoc on the defensive side. 6 steals, forcing 10 turnovers in this ball game. They got 16 points as a team off of Mexico's turnovers. And Terrence Jones getting involved, getting his first few points of these 2025 FIBA World Cup Americas qualifiers. Pretty packed crowd here at Front Wave Arena tonight. It is a 39-point game at the half as we step aside. Back here at Front Wave Arena as we get you ready for the second half of play between the United States and Mexico as we check out the leading scorer for Mexico, and that is Paul Stoll, who we all knew coming in was their best player and has been their best player for maybe the last 15 years, but only 6 points in this one, 1 of 2 from 3-point range. And the top scorer for the United States on the other side has been David Roddy. He caught fire early there and then didn't really look back. The United States putting on a masterclass of shooting, and Roddy leading the charge in that first quarter, and that's really what put Mexico down right at the beginning, and they really haven't been able to crawl back into this game at all. But you know, they say you have to score as many points as you possibly can in these qualifiers. So both of these teams are going to continue to play their hardest because point differential matters. We saw that the other night. The United States actually did lose to the Dominican Republic, 87-79. So they're trying to score as many points as they can here tonight. Mexico is definitely trying to do the same, because currently they're both tied at 2-1 right now, with the Dominican Republic on top of Group A. So right now it's the Dominican Republic, Mexico, then the United States, then Nicaragua. If the United States comes out of this game with a win, they will be second in the group. And of course, the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua about to play each other. That one will be played in Nicaragua, so that game getting ready to tip off, as that's going to be our nightcap for the Americas region. For tonight, we have a few more games tomorrow as well. Should be a fun round robin though, and quite a few more games on deck tomorrow in all the regions around the world. Again, you can download the Courtside 1891 app to watch all of the FIBA World Cup qualifiers going on around the world. So Mexico and the United States have seen each other for a while. While the U.S. holds the overall edge, Mexico has proven repeatedly that it can compete and occasionally win, particularly in the modern qualifying windows. And actually, Mexico has taken 3 wins in the last 7 meetings, including a notable 73-67 victory at the 2022 FIBA AmeriCup in a high-scoring 97-88 win in November of 2021 for those qualifiers. They also beat the USA 78-70 in a 2018 qualifying window. Mexico won the last matchup between these two teams back in 2022. And in that one, they led for nearly 30 minutes. Completely different USA team at that point in time, but you know, the thing about Mexico is they're going to retain. They're going to retain leaders that have been with this team for a while, and the likes of Paul Stoll, Paco Cruz, Gabriel Giron, Josef Avila. We've seen them all in previous windows. And those guys are the foundational pieces for the Mexican national team, a team that currently is ranked number 30 in the world. So a top 30 team on the planet. But, you know, in basketball, anyone's beatable. You saw that with the United States the other night. They got taken down by the Dominican Republic. It was the first time since the 20th century that the USA had lost to the Dominican Republic. The United States trying to medal next year in the Olympics. Remember, we're playing the qualifiers through the window of next February. First round will end in July. Second round will start in the late August window. And so you'll have windows at the end of August, you'll have a window at the end of November, and then a window again at the end of February next year before we play in the FIBA World Cup. And of course, that FIBA World Cup will be played in Qatar. 3 players for the United States in double figures already, led by Roddy there on your screen. Mexico, still nobody in double figures. Paul Stoll is the closest with 6 points. Stoll 1 for 2 from beyond the arc and in the game, 1 for 2. Hasn't even attempted a 2-point shot yet. Played for almost 12 minutes there in that first quarter. He's their team leader in points, rebounds, and assists right now as well. So we know what Mexico does. They play through everyone, and obviously you're going to give Stahl a lot of touches, as many as you can. The thing with Mexico is they're going to use everyone, and that's why you see so much scoring disparity between these two teams. Yeah, the United States will have guys that might pop off, but for Mexico, they have 4 guys averaging over 13 points per game. So this team very well built and could easily play on into the second round. But right now they're trailing by 39 points. This might be one to wipe away from your memory. A lot of coaches always say pretending a game like this is like a toilet. You just gotta hit the flush button and it's gone forever. Forget about it. USA dominated that first half in multiple different categories. 24 assists for the USA compared to Mexico's 7. They did a great job of sharing the ball. 2 blocked shots as well. Wiseman with both of those blocks. He had 3 blocks last game. And now here we go, getting ready for our second half of play. You can download the World Cup Qualifiers app by scanning that QR code in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen to keep up with all of the qualifiers for the 2027 FIBA World Cup. Women's World Cup also coming up this summer as well. All teams pretty much have released their rosters. I know the United States has. They're going to start playing those qualifiers really soon here, actually. So that'll be a fun one. Women's World Cup coming up in September. Mexico's got to dig deep. We got a lot of working to do here in this second half, but just about making every possession, every point count in this one as our second half is underway. It's Cruz going down the left side. Baco Cruz fading and just hasn't been able to hit so far in this ball game. Roddy picking up right where he left off. This man went to the locker room and didn't put up a shot for about 15 minutes and then comes right back in and knocks it down. The scoop, score, and a whistle. Paul Stahl, the 40-year-old, turning back the clock there a little bit. Looked young on that shot. Wow. Went high off the glass there. And on the other side, Roddy has been money. Foul was on the floor there. So Mexico going back to work. And he sees one go in. Paul Stahl from the outside. And sometimes with shooters, all you need to see is one go in, and that's where things can change. It's Stahl, Cruz, Giron, Gutierrez, and Avila in for Mexico. Roddy's unconscious. He's got 20 points in this ball game. 5 for 7 from 3. Stahl breaking off his defender, and Stahl is cash money. Wow, it's a 3-point shootout here in this second half. Both sides heard the noise. Mexico shooting under 30% from 3 up until that point. Now at 33%. They've made 5 threes in the ball game now. Knight with a little trouble up top. Stahl playing him tough defensively. Knight Right side. This one goes off the head of Robinson. And Paul Stahl trying to come in and get it. And he goes out off of the 40-year-old last. That sucks. Just ricochets off of his own guy. A little bit of friendly fire there. Inbound, coming to Mathias. Mathias, left side, Knight. Avila with a take, lost it, stays on this side. Giron, make that. .802 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 37-point game. Cruz, back outside. Giron, you bet. Gabriel Giron, only averaging about 27%. Alley-oop attempt there to Wiseman, unsuccessful on the other side. Stahl, left corner. All the way back outside. They didn't like the look they got inside there. Stahl! Hit that shot! From Jalisco! Paul Stahl breaking off Mathias for a swish. United States is going to take a timeout here. And we know who the leader is for Mexico, Paul Stahl. 17 points in this ball game now, 3 assists. Stahl in 14 and a half minutes. Coming out, lighting it up in this second half. He's a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line. He's 4 for 5 from beyond the arc and 1 for 1 from the inside. Mexico outscoring the United States 14-6 here in this third quarter. Paul Stahl, really fun to watch, especially when he sees one go in. Becomes a slippery slope for any defense. Stahl, absolutely letting him rip right now. And just like that, Mexico shooting 41% from 3 in this ball game. Roddy to inbound after that timeout there. Mathias, now Knight, has to get it across the half-court line. Knight looking for a Wiseman screen, now gets it. Near side, Roddy broke his man off into the lane. Roddy down to Wiseman. Whistle blows. Nice move there by Roddy, shaking Giron. And Wiseman with 3 guys around him. Couldn't get that shot off. So you see Omar Quintero, the head coach for Mexico in his 5th year at the helm for this squad. Now James Wiseman. These Mexico fans giving Wiseman a hard time as he's at the line. Almost like a home game for Mexico. Wiseman missed both of them. I wonder if that means there was a promotion or something going on. You know, if someone misses 2 free throws in a row, you get like Chick-fil-A or something. That one knocked away. Robinson with the steal. Bounce back. Roddy. Roddy, the leading scorer in the game with 20. Giron. Gutierrez spins and makes the window work. Mathias, catch and shoot. And we're going back the other way. Mexico's brought the lead within 30. Giron near side. And Roddy fouled going back the other direction. Paco Cruz stopped him in transition. That is his second personal foul of this ball game. Gives the defense a chance to set something up here, as the United States has been great in those fast break scenarios. 20 points on fast breaks so far here tonight. Wiseman. Knight now, dribble drive. Wiseman misses the 5-footer. Stahl with Roddy on him. Behind the back pass. Avila catch and shoot. Avila cashes the check. Paul Stahl has been making everything happen offensively for Mexico here in this third quarter. He's played through 4.5 minutes. And the United States has just been throwing it around, and the fans for Mexico don't like that one. Wiseman. As Avila comes down with it. Paco Cruz. Far side now. Cruz only with 3 points in this ball game. They give it back to him underneath the cup. One dribble. It's his second field goal of the game. Mexico on a little bit of a run here in this second half. And their fans are into this ball game now. USA needs a timeout. They still lead by 24, but Mexico giving them their best punch right now. USA led by as much as 42 in this ball game. Take a look at some of the numbers here. USA just 6 points here in this quarter. Mexico with 21. Their shooting from the field has gone up tremendously. Mexico at one point in time was shooting under 30% from the field. They're now at 43. Been the work of Stahl, just getting all of his teammates involved. That's what you love to see from your veteran leader. So now the United States a little bit on their heels. The fans into this ball game for Mexico. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Roddy. Mathias, right side. Knight, floater. Put back is good by Taylor. It's a 26-point game. Every point matters, though, if you're trying to qualify for the second round. Cruz finds it! Paco Cruz, the 36-year-old. And that shot waved off as Taylor stepped out. Paco Cruz finally got his first three to fall here of the ball game in this quarter. 4 minutes to go in the third. Giron, near side. Now Cruz goes left. Mathias cut him off. Now gets a screen from Gutierrez. Cruz, backside of the rim, got his own rebound, put it up. Third time's a charm. They get it back outside. Paul Stoll left alone. Pure! Stoll! First player for Mexico with 20 points here in the ball game. Payton Jr. bounces it inside. It was lost. Cruz in transition, bounces it in. Avila with the finish. Mexico doing anything they can to get themselves back in this game. Offensive foul on the United States. Mexico has life. We were saying in the first half, anything can happen. Looks like they get Tillman on that one, and Stoll has been the guy. Him and Cruz directing traffic for this team. United States only up by 18. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Stoll, Cruz, lets the man fly by, nails it from three. Mexico has brought this to within 15. I mean, this quarter alone has just been incredible. Shackelford getting around the pack. Tillman had it knocked away by Cruz. Right side. Stoll slowing it down, finding some room. Out to Avila. Tapped away by Roddy on the far side. 15 seconds to go here on the shot clock. From the outside, the United States gets called for their third team foul. Tillman upset. Tillman, yeah, all over Gutierrez there. Paco Cruz seems to have found something here in this quarter. 2:01 to go. Cruz wants the screen, gets it. Right side, down the well! Paco Cruz has made 3 3-pointers in this quarter. And now a tie-up underneath. Easy foul call. Gutierrez gets called for that one. Paco Cruz hitting that one right back, and these fans for Mexico are in it. This third quarter has been something else for Mexico, who brought this lead to within 12 of the United States. They're on a 14-0 run in 2.5 minutes of play. Mexico this quarter has outscored the United States 35-8. And our officials are going to take a look at the monitor. I think it's because they originally called it as a continuation foul for a shot. Take a look at the replay here. Gutierrez definitely thought it was on the floor when he immediately grabbed. Taylor thought it was on the shot as well. It's one of those things where everyone on one team is going to say one thing, everyone on the other team is going to say another. And we have ourselves a call. So, challenge by Mexico there was unsuccessful. And that'll mean 2 shots for the USA. Tyler Taylor, who played at Austin Peay in the United States, making his first shot. A 2-time Ohio Valley Conference Player of the Year and 3-time All-Ohio Valley Conference selection. He signed as an NBA free agent and appeared with Indiana and Chicago as he makes the pair. It's a 14-point game. Offensive foul by Mexico. Got Avila on the moving screen there. It's the 12th turnover for Mexico. Costly one there. Mexico, first time scoring over 20 points in a quarter here tonight. As that one is good from Peyton Jr. Mexico's put up 35 points though in this quarter. Cruz gets around his man. Cruz in the lane, back outside. It's a bullet to Giron. Off to the left side. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Roddy attacking, bounced around. Now Hill slows it down. Hill will bury the 3. Timeout, Mexico. Hill with a nice spin from the outside. Mexico needs a timeout. They're back to trailing by 19. Well, they trailed by as much as 42 in this ball game, but they've outscored the United States by 20 here in this quarter. Mexico's progressively gotten better every quarter, though. Had 14 points in the first quarter, 18 points in the second quarter, 35 here in this third quarter. They shot the ball 75% here in the third as well. So the United States and Mexico going head-to-head here in this third quarter has been all Mexico so far, and the shooting has really improved for them. 45% now in this ball game. Paul Stahl with 20 points to lead this team. He got 14 of those 20 in the first quarter. Final 35 seconds of this third quarter. 13 seconds left to go on the shot clock as that ball was knocked out of bounds. From the near side, Bonilla, entry pass, Giron, 7 seconds to go. Trying to shake off Shackelford through the traffic, and it was off to the right side. Touched last by Mexico. 24-second clock is off. Game clock's at 21.8. So now Alvarez will check in for Stahl. Stahl has played 21.5 minutes so far in this ball game. Peyton Jr. up top, guarded by Alvarez. Now it's Taylor, right side. Taylor gets a whistle. So the officials are getting together to talk about it. Went inside on Gutierrez there. And we will have a shot. Mexico back to trailing again by 19. Could be 20 here. Taylor has some G League experience in the United States, playing for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants and Windy City as well. His first game, had 17 minutes, 4 points. Final seconds. That one's off the mark. Well, Mexico does some making up here. They trailed by 42 at one point in time and ended up putting up 35 points in the third quarter. They outscored the United States in that third quarter, 35-17. Problem is, the United States put up 40 points in the first quarter. And Mexico only had 14, so they're still battling back from that. But if you look at the shooting numbers, they have been improving for Mexico in this ball game, and they've also been getting to the free throw line. They've shot 15 free throws in this ball game. As we take a look at our best plays from that incredible third quarter, where Mexico came out and all of a sudden the shot went in first from the United States, and then Mexico, led by Stahl, got going. Roddy's been the hot hand for the United States. He's got 20 points so far. Paul Stoll, 20 on his side, right back. Two players for Mexico now in double figures, Paul Stoll and Paco Cruz. Cruz able to hit his first three-pointers in this ball game. By the way, Paco Cruz, before he hit those 3 threes, he was 0 for 6 from beyond the arc, but he got it going there in that third quarter, and it was just his simple crossover moves that were getting it done. And just when you think that Mexico had some momentum, it was Hill to sort of silence the crowd and their fans a little bit. So now we go into this fourth quarter. Really, Mexico has all the momentum, and it's almost like a home game for them. All these fans in attendance are here for them on the road. Download the Courtside 1891 app by scanning that QR code at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Or visit the website to keep up with all of the World Cup qualifiers. Fourth quarter underway, our final 10 minutes of action, of regulation, I should say. On the right side, Peyton Jr. in there, and his runner won't go. Taylor now, shot it long. The ball is loose. Now back outside. Hill's gonna load up, and he'll hit that one home. Malcolm Hill has been a much-needed answer for the United States. A spin inside, and Bonilla fouled going towards the cup. Shot will be waved off. It was on the floor. Inbound from the far side, they just got it in time. Bonilla gives it up to Stahl up top. Offensive foul, this time on Amigo. With 9:16 to go here in the fourth. You see Shackelford Ooh, from that angle, I don't know. Looked like he might have just slipped and fell there. Here's Peyton Jr. inside. Robinson, smooth. Nine minutes to go in the fourth quarter. This one over the head of Amigo and outlast off of the United States. Paco Cruz comes back out from the bench. Played some quality minutes so far, comes in for Giron. Now they find Amigo, left corner, wide open. Those are the shots in the third quarter that Mexico was hitting, but they're not right now. Shackelford up and under. Drew the foul. Jaden Shackelford, 8 points. Chance to get in double figures again, as he was fouled by Amigo. Shackelford did play in the last window as well. So now playing here in his second window for the United States. And Shackelford now in double figures in 3 of his 4 games so far playing here for the United States in the 2027 FIBA World Cup America's qualifiers. Cruz trying to create some room, guarded by Robinson. And we had a push down low. This will be the second team foul on the USA. Both teams now with 2 team fouls apiece. USA off to a 7-0 run here to start off this fourth quarter. That one gets thrown off the leg of Peyton Jr. Captain for the United States, Brandon Knight, back in. From the right wing, it's Stahl. Cruz, Bonilla had it knocked away. Bonilla got it right back and put it down. Sometimes that's just the way the ball bounces, or however that saying goes. Knight shimmies, steps back. Knight, the captain for America, with that long 2. He's got 15 points now in this ball game. Cruz underneath, nice backdoor cut by Rodriguez. Cruz now has 5 assists in this ball game, and this one is easy. Tyler Taylor using his size to his advantage on the mismatch, and a foul going back the other direction. Third team foul on the USA here in the fourth quarter. And Cruz with the find there as well. Cruz has had 7 assists in 2 of his last 3 games. He's got 5 so far in this one. Cruz looking inside. Amigo working in on Hill. Amigo, hey, the sky hook! Look what I found. We've already played through 3 minutes and some change here in the fourth quarter. That one knocked away. Touched last by Rodriguez for Mexico. So Mexico had that big third quarter. They put up 35 points compared to the United States' 17, but still have been trailing in this ball game by a pretty good margin. Backside of the rim on Taylor's shot. Stahl wants to run. Goes towards that left corner. Now takes it baseline. Stahl drawing contact. That's a veteran play there. That was the final foul to give by the United States. It was a shooting foul, though. And now, after this, Mexico is going to be in the bonus the rest of this fourth quarter. A nice play there by the veteran in Paul Stahl. Stahl puts that one in. Interestingly enough, he's only averaging 4 points per game here in the America's qualifiers for the World Cup, but now he's got 22. His game high this window. Foul on the far side. Mexico's third team foul. This one coming against Rodriguez. You can always tell with Stahl on the floor as well. His plus minus always plus. He's just that good. Makes his teammates around him so much better. Peyton Jr. trying to feed it inside, and Robinson will go to the line. Well, 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the fourth, and both of these teams are going to be in the bonus the rest of the game. Jeremiah Robinson, the 25-year-old. Played at Villanova. Signed as an NBA free agent and appeared with Indiana. Only 2 points in their loss to the Dominican Republic, but did have 6 rebounds as well. And the United States eclipses 100 points for their third time here in the qualifiers for the World Cup in the first round. Cruz gets to a spot and connects. Paco Cruz with 16 points now. Averaging about 21.3 through 3 games, and Robinson able to connect on that one. Underneath, Amigo. Back outside. Robinson the steal. And he threw it barely to Peyton Jr. in time. Near side, Hill left open. Not what you want to do if you're Mexico. Hill's been connecting from deep this entire game. 4 for 6 now from beyond the arc. The 30-year-old for Team USA gets the job done there. So the United States has now scored more than 100 points 3 times here in the qualifiers. Currently shooting 62% from the field. They shot over 57% in their first 2 games of the qualifiers, and then 44% against the Dominican Republic, back up to 62 here. So the United States handled Nicaragua back in November in both of their matchups, which was expected. Of course, they faced a little bit of a tougher opponent in the Dominican Republic, and then now here against Mexico. Both of these games have been at home for the United States as well. And a bunch of nice plays here by Mexico, at least keeping them in this ball game and getting them points scored, which at the end of the day, you know, every point matters, especially when point differential comes down to it. So Mexico lost the head-to-head battle with the Dominican Republic. They took care of business against Nicaragua, and then there's been a little messy here tonight. That third quarter was huge for them, but being outscored 18-10 here in the fourth quarter, and Malcolm Hill has turned it on. Second steal in as many possessions on the defensive side for the United States. And by all metrics, everyone was saying that Mexico, when they're on the road, they have to set the tone early, and they did that against Nicaragua, where they won 99-72. Did not do that against the United States. They let up 40 points in that first quarter and only scored 14. That shot is off the mark from Elfrid Payton Jr. United States, the group favorite here in Group A. Currently in third place. Behind Mexico. If they beat Mexico here, they would go to second. The Dominican Republic also about to play as well. Stoll, yes sir! Paul Stoll from the outside. He's got 25 points in this ball game and 6 for 7 from beyond the arc. 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. A step back, Hill. Stoll looking for an open area of the floor to get to. Now he'll drive in, gives it back out. Rodriguez with the drive and flips it up and in. Outside, Knight. Cleanup on aisle 12 there. Tyler Taylor, now Hill. Going back the other way. This fourth quarter has not done Mexico well. They turned the ball over 3 times now. 17 turnovers in the game. We do have our first double-double. Terry Taylor. Has 14 points and 10 rebounds for the United States. 4 seconds left. Cruz just had to huck it up there. USA going back the other way. Hill down the right side. And another 2 points for the 30-year-old. He's got 18 in this ball game through 15 minutes of play. Cruz serving, gets it down low. And a foul by Payton Jr. on Gutierrez. Stoll just has been doing it all for this team, getting his teammates involved, hitting the shots that his team needs him to hit. But Hill has been the surprising MVP for the United States in this game. He turned it up, and every single time Mexico was going on one of their runs, Hill was the one to hit a shot to quiet the crowd. Gutierrez makes the first one. He's got 5 rebounds in this ball game. He's now gotten 5 or more rebounds in 3 of his last 4 games in the qualifying window here. But he's a big rebounding anchor for them across multiple FIBA cycles, including 9.3 points per game and 8 rebounds per game in the 2025 pre-qualifiers. Robinson chose to pass that one up. Jones couldn't get a bounce. And this will be the end of the window for both of these teams. The United States is going to have to go on the road for their final 2 games of the qualifying round. Turnaround jumper by Avila is off the mark. But the big game that everyone has circled for the United States is that game on July 3rd against the Dominican Republic. In the Dominican Republic. That game should be rocking, especially if the Dominican Republic wins their game tonight. And in that game, they're the favorites to come out of the group, because their last game they get to face Mexico as well. There's a 3 connected on the outside. by Jeremiah Robinson. Under 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Mexico, I mean, they withstood a big test here from the United States. The United States team that was coming in angry, especially after a loss on their home court against the Dominican Republic. And I think by all metrics, Mexico fared well. Still has put up 84 points against the USA, and the finish, again, by Robinson Earl. It's the 25-year-old on back-to-back possessions with the finish. Knight 1 assist away from a double-double. That one off the mark. But Mexico, the good part for them is they get to play at home for their final 2 games of the first round of the qualifiers. They got Nicaragua on July 3rd, who they just beat 99-72. Unfortunately, based on point differential and everything, it doesn't look like Nicaragua is going to advance to the second round. I mean, they need a lot of things to happen. And then Mexico plays the United States again at home July 6th. So a little bit of a different tape between these two sides. One has to go on the road in order to qualify and play a team that literally just beat them the other night. And Mexico gets to be at home in front of their home crowd against both of the teams that they played in this window. And luckily for them, they don't have to play the Dominican Republic again, and they split with the Dominican Republic as well. Mexico drops a man. Andreassi couldn't get that shot to fall. 2-for-1 opportunity here for the United States. It's Jones getting down to the left side. And of course, you're going to continue to look to score because point differential means everything in FIBA. Knight fouled as he put the shot up, and will get 2 shots. So a lot to learn from this game for Mexico. Clearly at the beginning here, they just lost it as they let the United States put up 121 points now in this ball game, but 40 points in that first quarter. The United States came out swinging. Mexico did try to claw back with that 35-point third quarter. They brought it to within 12 at one point in time when they trailed by 42 at another point in time in this ball game. And Avila down the lane. Ten seconds left to go in this ball game. Jones inside, puts it in. Can Mexico get a final shot off here? Yes! The sledgehammer by Rodriguez. Half-court shot off the front side of the basket to end this ball game. And wow, Avila throwing it down there at the end. Mexico will be back. The United States did a good job of putting them away early. This Mexico team, they are a second half team, which we clearly saw that happen. So a good opportunity for them to learn from their mistakes here. They did turn the ball over 17 times. And the United States did get 26 points off of those turnovers. And they also let the United States break away with fast breaks as well. 28 fast break points, but they ended up shooting better. Mexico, 50% from 2-point, 42% from 3, but 78% for the United States from 2-point range is ridiculous. And also you can point to the assists as well. The United States did such a great job of sharing the rock in this ball game. For the USA, 6 players scored in double figures. David Roddy led the pack. Malcolm Hill, though, honorable mention for him. He was awesome, especially when Mexico went on their runs. He was the one to put a fork in those plans. Mexico did have 3 players score in double figures. Paul Stahl led the charge with 25 points as we check out our best plays from that final quarter of action. And after a 35-point third quarter for Mexico, the United States responded with 35 points of their own in the fourth. Mexico did kind of get the idea, though. They started moving the rock around, scored their second most points in a quarter this game with 21. But it was those first 2 quarters for Mexico that really hurt them in the long run. But good news for Mexico. Paul Stahl, even at 40 years old, still looks like he's playing at 30 years of age. He was the one getting everyone on Mexico involved in that third and fourth quarter. He finished with 5 assists and 25 points in the ball game. And so these two teams will see each other in the final game of the first round on July 6th, and that game will be played in Mexico. USA has the Dominican Republic up next on July 3rd at the Dominican Republic. Mexico returns home. Well, that was a lot of fun. And through 40 minutes of action, we saw a lot happen at Front Wave Arena. Unfortunately, we do have to get going. So for all the hardworking people that bring these broadcasts to your screen, we say so long from Oceanside, California, where the USA wins this one 123-88 and goes 1-1 in this window. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games in Group A and around the world, check out the Courtside 1891 app as we check out Group A standings right now. The Dominican Republic currently playing Nicaragua at the moment. So if they win, they will go back on top of Group A.